Demonic spirits, they feed off of everything that they are. Whatever their makeup is, that's what they gonna feed off of with the person. Demonic spirits feed off a person's anxiety, their depression. It'll feed off of shame. It can even feed off of certain levels of loneliness and grief. It depends on the depths of it. It can feed off of a person's depression and all of that. Or if the person has certain perversions and things, it'll just feed off of that. And when a person is up under witchcraft and voodoo, they keep going through these weird occurrences where they dang near lose their life a bunch of times and having to fight. If you went through that part like I did, having to fight a lot, just out of nowhere with just random people. I'm like, why is we even fighting? I don't even know what we fighting for. All you know is punches being thrown, and then you end up looking like, now what am I going to jail for? This is crazy. I mean, the events and the way it goes is insane. But it feed off of all of that. It feed off of every last event. And that's why it has to keep jerking a person back and forth so that it can get the person's anxiety up, their depression up, so that they can eat away at all of that. That's how it feeds. And a lot of times when a person is under that, they can actually feel it eating off of that stuff if they're paying attention to it. But I know I could feel it eating off of my anxiety, off of my depression, off of me being in a low space. When a person's in a low space, that's like heaven for them because of how they're made up, for just because of um how they are made, I guess you could say. But this is the reason why the person keeps going through all these series of events. And if it senses that you are trying to feel a bit of happiness, it'll do something. Like it'll do something to ruin that little bit of happiness that you're just trying to feel. Or if it senses that you having a good time, or you trying to have a good time, or you want to have fun, it will do something to ruin it. It's just like a narcissist. Like with the full-blown narcissist, you ever went on a vacation with a narcissist and they always ruin birthday, they always ruin this, ruin that. That's the same thing demonic spirits do. They do that same thing. And they feed off of your disappointment. They feed off of confusion. I forgot about confusion. They feed off of that as well, because you'll be left confused, wondering what in the world is going on, what just happened. And then a lot of times the stuff, it'll send people to say some weird stuff to you to make you just feel worse than what you was feeling before. But it's hard for you guys to talk to certain people about it, which it's because they have not went through it. They don't understand what you're talking about. Okay, a lot of times they will not understand what you're going through unless they go through it themselves. Because I would have never understood any of this. It would have been foreign to me if I would have never went through it. But I remember an old friend of mine mentioning demons back when we was friends. Not the girl that did the voodoo on me, but it was another girl. And I never told her they didn't exist. I just was like, I was like, I just was listening. I'm like, I don't know what she talking about, but apparently, I mean, I don't know if that's real or not, but I didn't never like tell her like, girl, that ain't real. I never said that. But it will have a person to where they don't have nobody to talk to. And it's weird because you can go all over around the world too and still won't really have nobody to talk to about it, because you begin to see how many people are actually lost. And it's so hard to find certain people that will get it and understand what you're talking about. It is hard. So by the time a person actually do run into somebody that ain't trying to call them crazy or push them away and all of that, they kind of want to cleave to that person because they like, well, this is the only person I have found in all this time that actually know what I'm talking about. But like I said, if you are online and you hearing us talk about it, then you already have family here that will understand exactly what you mean and what you're going through. But yeah, it keep putting you through all these events of disappointment so it can eat. Okay, it has to feed on something. And it will be your anxiety, depression, disappointment, confusion, everything like that. All the lower level feelings. This is why every time you try to be happy, it'll push you right back down. It'll push you right back down. And I feel like it'll keep a person alive, depending on what it is. It'll kind of keep the person alive long enough to feed on them until they tired, I guess, tired of using them. And this is going to sound kind of contradictory, But demons do love being attached to certain people. And it's funny to say demons and love in the same sentence, but a lot of them do love, like it loved being attached to me, and I could feel it. I could feel that it loved destroying my life. It loved what it was doing to me and all of that. It loved everything it was doing, but it hated me. You know what I'm saying? It hated me with a passion. And so it would put me through all these different circumstances, weird things, weird phenomenon to feed off of me. And it kept me alive long. You know, God kept me alive, but it couldn't kill me. But eventually I feel like I would have died. Eventually. And I feel like that's another reason too why some people sleep for so long, because of the being drained of their light, their energy, and all that kind of stuff. Whew. But yeah, guys. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.